Welcome dreamers. This is Ravindra Thube, faculty at BYJU'S Exam Prep. I guess so. My voice is clear to everyone. So welcome back, everybody. So we are in the session of Hpcl, Bhel, and the TSPSC, Telangana State Public Service Examination Commission. So we'll solve certain very important topics of industrial engineering operation reasons related to this particular examinations. So Chaudhary, good morning, sir. Good morning. It will be a revision session for Chaudhary. Rest of the students mark your presence by liking the session. So we'll kickstart our session. So let me see the students so that we'll start. Right, it will be a revision session for most of the students. Right, fine. Most of the students, it will be a revision session so that you'll get an idea that how exactly these things can be work out in this particular examination. So all you guys are ready, everyone? Yes? Okay, fine. So we'll start now. So let me introduce myself first of all. This is Ravindra Thube, faculty at BYJU'S Exam Prep. Yes, I completed my MTech from IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal. Very important, or I'll say that very interesting college. One of the pioneer college in, I would say that as far as GATE industry is concerned or MTech is concerned, research is concerned. I secured All India rank 79 in GATE examination 10, and since then my journey has begun. Right, fine. So let's start now. Question number first. Right, fine. We'll do one thing, that very handpicked questions of each topic related to this examination will solve, and these are what exactly a pattern where questions used to be asked in examination. These are what pattern where question is to be asked in examination. Is it okay? Yes. So the question number first is, for a small scale industry, the fixed cost per month is 5,000 rupees. The variable cost per product is 20 rupees and the sales price is rupees 30 per piece. The break-even production would be. Good morning, Kiran. Good morning, Chaudhary. I think so for you guys, this will be a repetition. We'll say that, right? You'll quickly understand that and it will be interesting revision for you all. Right, fine. So what is given? It's very simple, sir. Fixed cost is given. FC is exactly equal to rupees 5,000 is given, right? Rupees 5,000 is given, and variable cost is given. I'll say that, sir. Variable cost V is exactly equal to rupees 20. Rupees 20. Sales cost is given. That is sales price S is given exactly equal to rupees 30. Rupees what? 30. And we are interested to calculate break-even production. So as we are interested to calculate break-even production, can I say that, sir? We know the formula. What is the formula for that? We know that, sir, break-even quantity or break-even production is exactly equal to, how much is break-even production? So break-even production is exactly equal to fixed cost divided by what? So divided by selling price minus variable cost. Selling price minus variable cost. How much is fixed cost? Fixed cost is rupees 5,000. Is it 5,000? Yes, it is 5,000 divided by selling price minus variable cost. Selling price is 30 minus variable cost is 20. So answer will come exactly equal to 500 number of units. 500 number of units. Is it okay, everyone? Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yes. So we'll go back and we'll say that, sir, 500 will be my answer. Is it my answer? Yes. This will be my answer. No doubt into it. This will be my answer. Is it visible to everyone? This will be my answer, right? Is it my audible clear? My audio is clear? Okay, we'll go to the next question now. Because we are talking about this Hpcl, Bhel and TSPC, so we have selected very simple questions to give an idea that how much exactly or what is the pattern of examination, right? It is exactly very simple questions. Complexity is cut down. The fixed cost for the product is 1,000 unit. The variable cost is rupees 3 and the unit sale price is 4. If the sales price increase by 25%, then the break-even quantity would be. If the sales price increase by 25%, sales price is increasing by 25%, then what will be its impact on the break-even quantity? So we'll say that whatever the sales price current that we have, for that we calculate break-even quantity, and when the sales price increases, again you calculate break-even quantity, and original and the new break-even quantity you compare. Original and new break-even quantity you compare. Chaudhary is very correct. So we'll say that, sir, the fixed cost value FC, is exactly equal to rupees 1,000. Rupees 1,000 is fixed cost, right? Fine. A variable cost is exactly equal to VC variable cost is rupees 3, right? Fine. And sales price is exactly equal to sales cost is rupees 4, right? So when this is the values available, then at this value, what is break-even quantity? We'll say that X break-even quantity, fixed cost 1000, right? Divided by sales minus variable cost. Sales cost is 4, variable cost is 3, and therefore break-even quantity is coming 1000 units. So this is my original break-even quantity. This is my what? Original break-even quantity. So original break-even quantity is coming 1000 units. 1000 units, right? Fine. Now what happens? The sales price increases. Sales price increases by what? 25%. So original sales price is 4 rupees, and now new sales price, I'll say that new sales price, original sales price. How much is original sales price? Is rupees 4. So new sales price will be 25% more. That is 1.25. 1.25 multiply by what? 4. So answer is coming exactly equal to rupees 5. Rupees what? 5. So can I say that's a new break-even quantity? New break-even quantity with new sales price is fixed cost, that is rupees 1000. Rupees 1000 divided by what? Divided by sales price 5 minus variable cost is exactly equal to 3. So answer is coming exactly equal to 500 units. 500 units. Now are the no mechanical engineer के लिए है ना? Yes, mechanical engineer, it's a industrial engineering. Chaudhary, mixed of the questions we have selected, right? Fine, because as this for examination very simple questions are coming. So break even point, so how much break even point quantity? 500 units. Original quantity was how much? Original quantity was 1000, now it's 500. So what happens to it? It has reduced. And how much percentage it has reduced? It has reduced from 1000 to 500. So can I say it has reduced by 50%? गेट के लिए it is similar to GATE, HPCL, BHEL and TSPC. For all the competitive examination you can attempt for this. So I'll say that break-even quantity, break-even production reduces by almost 50%. By almost what? 50%. By almost what? 50%. So can I say that this will be my answer? And Chaudhary, I know that this will be revision session for you. What a big deal, right? Do the revision quickly. Okay, right. Next question. What is that? The break-even point of manufacturing company is 5,000 units. The fixed cost is rupees 2 lakh and the variable cost is rupees 20. The selling price per unit of the product at this break-even point is. Now the question has changed. Now we are interested to calculate the selling price. How much will be exactly equal to selling price? We have to calculate. Right, fine. Sir, GATE mechanical engineer ka mathematics. You check it that there are multiple faculties available here. Right, fine. Now, what is exactly equal to the break-even point of manufacturing company? The break-even point of manufacturing company is 5,000. So I'll say that X break-even point, X break-even quantity is exactly equal to 50,000, not 5,000, sorry, 50,000 units. 50,000 units, 50,000 units. Right, fine. The fixed cost is exactly equal to rupees 2 lakh. Rupees what? 2 lakh is exactly equal to fixed cost. And variable cost is exactly equal to rupees 20. Rupees 20. We are interested to calculate a sales price. We are interested to calculate what? Sales price. Now we have simple formula. What is the formula? Sir, break-even quantity, that is 50,000, that is break-even quantity, is exactly equal to fixed cost, that is 2 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees divided by what? The sales price minus variable cost. Sales price minus variable cost, that is 20. So only unknown is sales price. So sales price is coming 24 rupees. What is coming? 24 rupees. So this is my answer, rupees 24. Rupees what? 24. These are the questions most importantly. But I see that this is the session for HPCL, BHEL and all this particular TSPC. But where are the students of that competition and the examination? Next question. Okay. Now these kind of questions are very famous in competitive examination. Which production target of 5,000 units per year has the following data for the selection of new location for the plant? So fixed cost at the each location is given and variable cost at each location is given and production quantity is 50,000. So out of PQRS location, which one will we choose? And it's very simple that whenever we are interested to choose, can I say the cost has to be less. Which cost? It is very simple that the cost of production, that is manufacturing cost, has to be less, right? Fine. And that manufacturing cost has to be less. We have to calculate total cost, right? You remember the question? Okay, very good. So I'll say that it's very interesting. So I'll say that for P, what is the total cost? The total cost is exactly equal to what? Fixed cost, 1,10,000, right? Plus what? Plus variable cost, that is 2 is variable cost per unit atom, and we are manufacturing 50,000 components. We are manufacturing 50,000 components. So therefore answer is coming 2,10,000 rupees. 2,10,000 rupees. That is coming the total cost for location P. In the same manner, can you able to calculate total cost for the location Q? Total cost for the location Q. How to calculate total cost for location Q? So I'll say that total cost for location Q is exactly equal to 95,000 rupees is fixed cost. 95,000 rupees is fixed cost plus variable cost. How much is variable cost? 2.5 rupees is variable cost. 2.5 rupees is variable cost. 2.5 multiply by how much is the quantity of production? 50,000 is the quantity of production. So I'll multiply by 50,000. Is it okay, everyone? Everybody has to understand and just put your thought there. Right, fine. So total cost, how much it is coming? It is coming 2,20,000 rupees. 2,20,000 rupees. So in this way, we have to calculate total cost for P, total cost for Q, total cost for R. And then you will understand that the least cost of manufacturing will be there for location P. If you calculate, you will understand it. If you calculate, you will understand it. So what will be answer? My answer will be exactly equal to P. What will be my answer? My answer will be exactly equal to P would be my answer. P would be my answer. Is it okay? So this is my scintillating answer. Right? Fine. A is my answer. Right? Fine. Next question. The break-even point can be lowered by. So how the break-even quantity can be lowered? And I told you that in a very simple manner. So if the break-even quantity, if I am interested to lower and increase, go to the formula. That formula is exactly equal to what? Fixed cost. Fixed cost divided by what? Selling price minus variable cost. Now, if I'm interested to lower the break-even quantity, that left-hand side has to be reduced. Left-hand side has to be reduced. If the left-hand side has to be reduced, can I say that numerator has to be reduced in total, and simultaneously, whatever this entire denominator is, it has to be increased. Then the overall ratio will be reducing. And if the denominator has to be increased, then can I say that sales price has to increase, and variable cost has to be reduced. Variable cost has to be reduced. So the break-even quantity can be reduced. Break-even quantity can be reduced by 3 ways. Fixed cost has to be reduced. Sales price has to be increased, and variable cost has to be reduced. So which one is the option? So if you go and check here, increasing the fixed cost, no sir, fixed cost has to be reduced actually. Increasing the variable cost, sir, variable cost has to be reduced only. Decreasing the slope of the income line, it cannot be done like that. Right, fine. Reducing the variable cost, yes sir, reducing the variable cost, absolutely correct. So del D is answer here. So I'll say that sir, this would be my answer. Right, fine. This would be my answer. Okay, next question. Consider the following statements. The break-even point increases. So when the break-even point increases, right, fine. So 1, 2, 3, which one of the following statements are the correct statement? When the break-even quantity or the point increases. Sir, you have to understand the same story now. This is my break-even quantity, right, fine. So I'll say that X break-even. So I'll say that, sir, what X break-even quantity, break-even point or break-even quantity is exactly equal to, what is it? Fixed cost divided by selling price minus variable cost. Selling price minus what? Variable cost. Right, fine. So I have to what? I have to increase it. If I have to increase that, the fixed cost has to be increased, and this denominator has to what? Denominator has to be reduced. And reducing the denominator, can I say variable cost has to be greater and selling price has to be less. So in this way, I can say that we can increase the break-even quantity. Again, let's see that if the fixed cost per unit increases, yes, this is correct statement, right, fine. If the variable cost per unit decreases, variable cost has to be increased, so second is wrong. And the third, if the selling price per unit decreases, selling price has to be what? Selling price has to be reduced. 1 and 3 are the correct one. So this will be my answer. Coming Delhi T. This will be my answer. Delhi T is coming. Is it okay, everyone? Right, fine. Next, which of the following is a technique for forecasting? So is it the exponential smoothing is the technique for forecasting, or PERT CPM, or Gantt chart, or control charts? So which one of the following is technique for forecasting? Which one is falling? Yes, we know that, sir. Forecasting technique is nothing but exponential smoothing method is a technique for forecasting. Exponential smoothing method is a technique for forecasting. Right, fine. What CPM is different topic. Gantt chart is basically utilized in sequencing and scheduling, and control charts are basically utilized for algorithm sequencing. So I'll say that, sir, exponential smoothing is my answer. Exponential smoothing is my answer. In this session, we'll solve all the questions of entire industrial engineering, so you'll get a complete package, right? Continuously, your mind has to shuffle from one topic to the other topic. I hope so you're understanding this particular drama, right? Fine. Next. Now, in a simple exponential smoothing forecasting, to give higher weightage to a recent demand information, the smoothing constant must be closer to. We know that in an exponential smoothing constant method, what we do, we actually give the highest demand or highest weightage to the recent demand data points. Whichever the past data is there, for past data, we do not bother about the past data. Because we know that what happens to the last year and the day before year, we are not interested into it. But what is happening recently, that will say, that will decide how much sale that will going to generate. That will have a lot of impact in the forecasting. And therefore, we know that the smoothing constant and the demand data points recent has to be given highest weightage. And we know that smoothing constant value is ranging from where? It is ranging from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. And what is maximum value? Is a 1 is maximum value. So recent data point has to be given this value. Recent data point has to be given. So delta D is again answer. Yes, Kiran Kumar, absolutely correct. 2 divided by n plus 1. That is generally exponential smoothing constant is being basically selected. Very correct. Next question. Now you calculate the answer and tell me. It's also very simple. They are all selected based on the examination we are talking about. Hpcl, Bhel and TSPSC. Right, fine. These are what level up questions. Okay, fine. The actual sales of the product in the different months of the particular year are given below. Right, fine. So what is that? September sale is 180, October sale is 280, November sale is 250, December sale is 190, January sale is 240. Right, fine. So how much will be a sales in the February month? How much would be a sale in the February month? So it's very simple that, sir, we are interested to calculate the 4 months moving average method. 4 months moving average. So if you want to calculate 4 months moving average, I'll say that the forecasting for the month of February for recent 4 years, you take average. Recent 4-year data, you take average. So January month you take 240, December month you take it 190, November month you take 250, and October month you take 280. Is it true? Yes. And divided by 4. If you are understanding all the patterns of question, I'm damn sure that these are the questions are going to appear in examination. There is no second thought to it. An answer to this coming already calculated. 240 is the answer coming. 240 is the answer coming. As far as this question is concerned, I think so. 240 units. 240 units would be my answer. 240 units would be my answer. That is the forecasted value for the month of February. Right? Fine. Now we'll go to the next question. Now what is the next question? For canteen, the actual demand for the disposable cups was 500 units in January and 600 units in the February. The forecast for the month of January was 400 units. The forecast for the month of March considering smoothing coefficient at 0.75. So how much will be a forecasted value for the month of March considering smoothing constant? So you calculate that. Sir, we know that values of disposal cups, actual demand and the forecasted value is given. So it's very simple that we know forecasting for n plus 1 month is exactly equal to forecasting for n month plus alpha into demand for n month minus forecasting for n month. That is what exactly smoothing constant or smoothing exponential method to formula. Right? Fine. Now, what is exactly for canteen? The actual demand of disposable cups was 500 units in January and 600 units in February. So I'll say that actual demand. I'll write down here actual demand and forecasted value, right? In the month of January. What is actual demand in the month of January? 500. Right, fine. Actual demands a disposal cups 500 units in January, and in the month of February it is what? 600 units. Right, fine. The forecasted for the month of January is 400. Right, fine. And then we are interested to calculate value for March. What is, these values are not given, this is value is asked. This is value is asked. Right, fine. So what to do, sir? We are interested to calculate the forecasted value for March. So if I want to write down here, I say that, sir, forecasted value for March, forecasted value for MACH March is exactly equal to forecasted value for February plus alpha into demand for February minus forecasted value for February. Minus what? Forecasted value for February. Is it okay? Yes. The value of coefficient of smoothing constant is 0.75. So now we require the value of forecasted value for February. For February, whatever the value is, that this value we have to calculate. This value we have to calculate. Without calculation of that value, how to calculate the rest of the values? Because forecasted for February month is required, right? Demand for February month is given, but forecasted value is not given. Then the whatever the value is given in the January data, from that data we have to calculate forecasted for February. So I'll say that forecasted for February is exactly equal to forecasted for January, that is 400 plus alpha 0.75 into demand minus forecasting. Demand is 500 minus forecasted value for January is exactly equal to 400. And what is that value is coming? I think so that value is coming February, that is coming 475 units. Right, fine. Now all the values there, you can put the values. Forecasted value for February is what? 475. Just now we calculated. Right, fine. Demand is what? Demand is 600. Forecasted value is what? Forecasted value is 475. Right, fine. Demand is 600. So if you calculate that, I think so 594 Chaudhary is not correct answer. 594 is not correct. I think so the answer is coming 568.75. 568.75 is the perfect answer. This is my answer. This is my answer. Yeah, 569. Yeah, 569 is the correct one. So I'll say that, sir. 569 would be my answer. 569 would be my answer. Rest of the calculation you can do very aramse. There is no problem at all. There is no problem at all in this particular case. Is it okay? Yes. Pratik Nikam also joined. Okay, welcome back. Bye. Is it okay? Yes. Next question. Now, what is the MAD for the following forecast data? So there is a data given, right? Fine. The demand value and forecasted value is given, and MAD we are interested to calculate. What is MAD stands for? Moving average deviation value. When we consider the bias, in the bias we are considering the negative value also. That is, value has to consider. But when we can talk about MAD value, can I say that in the MAD value only magnitude has to be considered? That is the average of a magnitude of a error, average magnitude error, right? Fine. So how much and how to calculate that? So I'll say MAD is exactly equal to demand minus forecasting for every particular period, that is time period 1 to 5. You calculate demand minus forecasting value. So demand minus forecasting minus 15, but only magnitude is required. So I'm taking 15. Here it is taking 5. Here it is taking 0. Demand minus forecasting. Here it is coming 10. And here it is coming 15. So we have to take average of that. So I'll say 15 plus 5 plus 0 plus 10 plus 15 divided by what? Divided by it is coming 5. Divided by it is coming 5. So how much MAD is coming? I think so it is coming 9. Chaudhary and Kiran Kumar is correct. So answer is coming 9. 9 is correct answer. You are also refreshing your fundamentals, right? It's a quick revision session for you all also. How to revise it continuously so that you'll get a refresh in your mind also. Okay, fine, these things are happening. Simple math. If I ask you bias, then you have to consider what? Negative signs also, right? Value has to be considered. But right now only magnitude has to be considered. We're considering only magnitude. Next question. Using exponential smoothing, a car manufacturing company predicted the demand for that year as 140 cars. The actual sales was found to be 1140. If the company's forecast for the next year is 1080, what is the value of smoothing constant? So very interesting question is asked, calculate smoothing constant, which is different than the previous data. And this is also can be a very interesting question. Calculate what? Smoothing coefficient, alpha value. So whatever data is given, based on that, you can just write down what is that. Using the data it was given, a car manufacturing company predicted a demand for that year as, so demand for the year is what? 1040, right? Fine. and the actual sale was found to be 110. So this is actually forecasted value, and the demand value is actually 1140 cars. If the company's forecast for the next year is, this is for D1, I'll say that forecasted value for next year is 1080, right? Fine. What is value of alpha? Can somebody calculate alpha value? 0.6? I don't know. So I know that sir, forecasted value for second month or current month is exactly forecasted value for first month plus alpha into demand minus forecasting. Demand minus forecasting. So F1 value is there 1040. You put it there 1040, right? 1040. It is not 140. It is 1040 plus alpha value is coming, that is exactly equal to sorry, we are interested to calculate that, so alpha is as it is, alpha is as it is. Demand value, what is demand value? Sir, demand value is giving 1140 minus forecasted value 1040, and forecasting is coming for current year is 1080. So whatever data is given, I got 0.4. No, I think so 0.4 is not formula, you calculate from that file. Whatever data is given, as it is, data is given, right? Simple data is given, simple data is given, right? You calculate by this, how much answer is coming, you tell me that. I don't remember now the answer, what exactly is the answer coming for that. Is it coming 0.4 is coming? Okay, if the 0.4 is coming, answer will be 0.4. What is the big deal into that? Right, fine. Alpha is coming 0.4. Right, fine. 0.6 not answer. 0.4 is the answer. Correct one. 0.4 is the answer. Because all the data is there in front of you. You can calculate from the data. Right? Yes, 0.4 is coming is the correct one. 0.4 is coming is the correct one. Next. In an exponentially weighted moving average, the weight of the demand of the past period is, we know that the weight of the demand of the past period is what keep on decreasing as the data become older and older. As the data become older and older, what happens? We are not giving the weightage. Whichever the recent data points are there, recent data points are nothing but given the highest weightage, so that we'll get a correct forecast. So therefore, can I say decreases as the age of the data increases? Right, fine. So very correct. So I'll say that decreases as the age of the data increases. Is it okay? Yes, this is my answer. Next, which of the following is the measure of the forecast error? Which one is the one by which forecast error is measured? Trend value or moving average or price fluctuation? Moving average, say we are calculating the forecasting by the average. Price fluctuation is fluctuation in price. Trend value is nothing but how the trend continuously increasing, continuously decreasing, or fine. So mean absolute deviation. And just now we calculated mean absolute deviation. Just now we calculated mean absolute deviation. Right? MAD is my answer. So I say that this will be my answer. MAD. Mean absolute deviation. Right, fine. Next question. Which of the following is the qualitative techniques of demand forecasting? Qualitative techniques of demand. Which one is the method by which the demand forecasting is collected? Correlation and the regression analysis, moving average method, Delphi technique, or exponential smoothing? Right, fine. And we are interested to understand what qualitative techniques of demand forecasting. What is meant by quantitative and qualitative techniques of forecasting? Quantitative techniques means we have to calculate the number, because after this or in the month of Jan or in the month of Feb, this is what exactly forecasted value. This is forecasted, number has to be given. But when we talk about qualitative, so overall technique is the one where we are just predicting roughly on around the sales might be greater, sales might be less, but there is no actual calculation is given, no actual calculation. Delphi takes qualitative, very correct. So correlation and regression analysis is a mathematical method. Moving average method is a mathematical method. This is a quantitative methods. Exponential techniques, exponential method already we have used so many times, because in that we do the calculation. We do the calculation and we come up with the some fixture or some actual data, actual values we are coming. But Delphi technique is the one which is called as what? Qualitative method. This is what exactly qualitative method. Qualitative technique. Qualitative technique. Is it okay? This is my answer. Yes, fine. Next question. Next question. Which of the following statement is not correct about the PER, program evaluation and review technique? As far as that review technique is concerned, which one of the following is not a correct one? Which one of the following is not correct one? Network is constructed based on the event. Yes, it is correct. It is based on what event? It does not take uncertainties. Uncertainties involved in the estimation of the time. Sir, we know that in a program evaluation review technique, we consider uncertainties, right? We always consider. That's why optimistic time, pessimistic time, most likely time we are selecting, right? Network deals with uncertainties and hence 3 times estimations are considered. Absolutely correct. As there is no certainty of time, activity duration cannot be reduced. As there is no certain, network deals with uncertainties, hence 3 times are considered. Right. As there is no, what is the answer is coming? Well, maybe it does not take uncertainties involved. No, no, no. It is taking uncertainties involved. Right. So can I say that this is Bombay B is my answer? Rest of the things are absolutely correct. Rest of the things are absolutely correct. There is no certainty of a time. That's why activity duration cannot be reduced. And network deals with what? Uncertain times, and 3 times are considered. Right? Fine. Okay. Now you tell me that the portion of total float within which an activity can be delayed for the start without affecting the floats of preceding activities. So whatever the preceding activities, without changing the preceding activities, if I change the start of the activity, that free time is called as what? Safety float, independent float, interfering float, or free float. What it is? Again, it is the same answer. So answer is exactly equal to free float. Answer is what? Free float. Do you remember all the concepts by your mind? I think you are remembering all things in your mind, right? It is called as what? Free float. It is called as what? Free float. Next question. A dummy activity is used in the PERT network form. So we know that a dummy activity is actually utilized for what? Dummy activity is basically utilized for what? It is just maintaining the precedence relationship. It is not does not utilize for necessary time delay or resource restriction or research idleness, because that dummy activity does not consume the time and does not consume the resources. It is just utilized to maintain the precedence relationship, because you know that two activities cannot have same head event and same tail event, and that's why to break that we are utilizing dummy activity, right? So just to maintain the precedence relationship, we are utilizing dummy activity. Is it true? Yes. And that's what exactly it is given here. This is what exactly answer, right? Fine. This is what dummy activities. This is my dummy activities, right? Fine. Traveling salesman problem is there in the gate, but very less, because you know that in the industrial engineering, lots of mathematical techniques are there. But these mathematical questions cannot be asked in examination, because you know that. Do you have that much time? We have very limited time, that is 3 hours, and in 3 hours only we have to do the calculations and everything. And that's why conceptual questions, small mathematical questions, and whatever maths is there, from that math, what is the takeaways that we are taking, based on that questions are asked basically, right? But traveling salesman problems are there actually. Transportation. Now you calculate. These are the very simple questions. The PERT activity has an optimistic time estimate of 3 days. Optimistic time estimation of 3 days. A pessimistic time estimates of 8 days, and the 3 most likely time estimates of 10 days. What is the expected time of this activity? So what will be expected time of this activity? Sir, there are 3 times are given. What is that? The optimistic time, pessimistic time, and most likely time. And based on that, expected time is asked to calculate. So it's very simple that, sir, expected time calculation is exactly equal to the pessimistic time plus optimistic time plus 4 times the most likely time divided by 6. Divided by what? 6. And from what? From the given data, we know that it was given that pessimistic time. What is the pessimistic time? Pessimistic time is given exactly to 3 days. The optimistic time is given exactly equal to, right? The optimistic time is 3. Sorry, optimistic time is 3 days. Optimistic time is 3 days. The pessimistic time is 8 days, and the most likely time is, that is TL, is exactly to 10 days. So I'll put the value here. So expected time is pessimistic time is 3 plus optimistic time is exactly equal to, sorry, pessimistic time is 8, optimistic time is 3, and 4 times most likely time is 10 divided by 6. So I think so answer is coming 8.5 days. 8.5 days. Mark my words that when the exam is getting conducted, the questions will be asked only on the same platform. Same platform question will be asked. There is no denying fact to it. Right? Fine. Because other questions are very difficult to ask in industrial engineering, because the mathematical calculation is very large, very high. The earliest time of the completion of the last event below network in the wikis. So earliest time of completion, and the network is given. It is also one of the famous question. Earliest time of completion of the last event. And what is the event? This is 20th event. So forward pass calculation, you do it, right? Fine. Already I think you know that how to do it. Earliest start time of event number 1 is always 0. So earliest start time of event number 8 is 13 because that activity requires 13 days or 13 weeks. Earliest start time of event number 4 is exactly 8 days. Now earliest start time of this 12 number of event is 16 days. Then earliest start time of a 16 number of event, what is that? 13 plus 5 is what? 18 plus 16 plus 7. 16 plus 7, this is the activity. This is the path. This is the path. 16 plus 7. 16 plus 7 is what? 23. Can I say that 23? Yes, 23 is coming. 16 plus 7 is 23. Right? Fine. Then what is the earliest, the occurrence of the event number 24? So I'll say that 23 plus 10, that is 33. From rest of the part, values coming less. And then if I say the earliest occurrence of the event number 20, that is what? 23 plus 17. 23 plus 17, 40. And earliest occurrence of event number 28 is 40 plus 6 is what? 46. Rest of the path, even if you calculate, the value will come less than 46. Well, less than 46. So my answer is exactly equal to 46. This is my answer. Now, can I say that same question will come? No. But can I say that network diagram will change? And the time values and the weeks and the duration of activity will change. And based on that, you have to calculate the completion time of that particular activity or that completion time of the occurrence time of any event. Now, if I change the question, if I ask that, calculate earliest occurrence of event number 24. You tell me that. If I change the answer or if I change the question, what is the question I'm taking? Now, question I'm changing. What is the earliest occurrence of event number 24? Whatever the event 24 is there, what is the earliest occurrence of that event? 33. So can I say I'll change? I'll ask 10 questions in that. I'll ask the same question here. What is the earliest completion time? What is the completion time of the project? When the project is getting completed? Sir, after the occurrence of the 28th event, the product is completed. That is 46 days, 46 weeks to be precise. Is it okay? Yes. Is it accepted, everybody? I think so, right? Yeah, fine. Next question. Next question. So you have to be on your toes and understand what types of question. It is not that same questions are repeated, but there are some essence are there and number of questions, because what the theory and that whatever the fundamentals will not going to change. Only some here and there things are going to be changed. Right? Fine. I hope so you are alive, kicking, and doing fantastic. Next question. If the earliest starting time for an activity, is 8 weeks, the latest finish time is 37 weeks. Earliest by which the event can start by 8 weeks, the latest by which the activity can be finished by 37 weeks, and the duration time of the activity is 11 weeks. The total float is, and total float is nothing but the total permissible variation, right? कि कितना free space उसको मिल रहा है, between that it can calculate the activity. So what is it? Sir, if I write down here, so I'll say that sir, earliest start time EI is exactly equal to 8 weeks. 8 weeks, right? Fine. Latest finish time LJ is exactly equal to 37 weeks. Right? Fine. So from 8 weeks to 37 weeks, this is the window given. In that window, we can perform the activity. But in that window, what is the time required to perform the activity? Tij. So time required to perform the activity Tij, that is 11 weeks. That is what 11 weeks required. Right? Fine. Now float. So I'll say that sir, total float is exactly equal to latest finish time minus earliest start time minus the activity duration So 37 weeks minus 8 weeks minus 11 weeks, right? Minus what? 11 weeks. So what will be answer? Answer is 18 weeks. Answer is what? 18 weeks. Absolutely correct. Answer is 18 weeks. Answer is what? 18 weeks. And these are the questions. That's it. These are the scintillating questions. These are the fundamentals. They are going to reproduce themselves again and again. Anu, good morning. Good morning, Anu. Next question. Again, on that particular platform. Question number next. The earliest starting of the completion time of the project is the sum of the variance of. Sorry. The variance of the completion time of the project is. What is the completion time of the project? So critical path is the longest path, and that is the completion time of the project. Right, fine. Now, variance of that critical path is nothing but the summation of variance of activities on the critical path, because critical path consists of certain activities A, B, C, D, and so on. So whatever the individual variance is there,
of that activities on the critical part, we have to do the summation of that. So the all activity type, no, absolutely not. Non-critical activity type, no, it has to be critical activity type. So critical activity types, the variance of. So what is the variance of completion time? Is the summation of variance of activities on the critical path. That is critical activity type. Critical activity type. And you will see that, sir, most of the competitive examination will be having only such kind of questions. You take Hpcl, you take Bhel, you take Telangana Service Public Commissions, you take Engineering Services GATE examination, but the pattern of the examination and the questions are pretty sure selected like that, right? Fine. Next question. Next question is waiting for you. The critical path of the network is the part. What is the critical path? We know that, sir. Is it the taking shortest time or the longest time, or has the minimum variance, or has the maximum variance? What is it? Sir, variance ka kuch nahi hai, but I know that, sir. It takes what? Longest path. Longest point on the path on the network is what? Critical path. Longest path on the network is nothing but critical path. Is it true? Yes. They go one after the other. All the fundamentals we are touching. We are almost covering entire industrial engineering through the numericals. Anu, yes, you join the party. Pratik Nikam, superb, right? More and more students we have to join. You take a feel of that, and you take, because when the question comes in examination, they are coming in random manner. Their random questions are coming one after the other. So you have to fluctuate, right? Very correct. Next question. Now we know that. Consider the following statements. The PERT considers the following time estimates: optimistic time, pessimistic time, and most likely time. So which is the time that is considered in the PERT, program evaluation review technique? So we know that in the program evaluation review technique, we calculate a estimated time, right? Most we are considering what? The optimistic time, pessimistic time, and most likely time. So all the three types are considered there. Pratik, Anu, Kiran, Chaudhary, very correct. All the types are considered, right? Okay. So first is answer. So this is what exactly answer. You must have getting feeling of that we are belonging to this industrial engineering because we learn theory very fundamentally. Very correct? Yes. And these are very simple questions asked in examination. Dekho. Now we are entering into the inventory control. Inventory control we are entering into, right? Fine. Question is, an oil engine manufacturing purchases lubricant can at rate of 42 per pieces from the vendor. The requirement of these lubricant cans is 1800 per year. 1800 per year, right? Fine. If the cost per placement of an order is rupees 16, and the inventory carrying charges are exactly equal to 20 rupees per year, or 1 rupees per rupees per year is 20 paise. The order quantity per is how much is the order quantity, right? You remember the answer and you just telling me that is the answer. You just don't do like that. I think so you are understanding fundamentals or not. That is most important thing here, right? Fine. If you are understanding that, it's okay, right? Fine. So I'll write down the data. Anu and Pratik, you also need to solve these particular questions, right? Fine. What is the data? Sir, it was given that the unit cost is exactly equal to rupees 42. Rupees 42 is unit cost per unit, right? Fine. The requirement, that is demand, is exactly equal to 1800 per year. 1800 per year is what? Demand. Annual demand. Annual demand is 1800 units per year, right? Fine. Per year is annual demand. The cost per placement, that is what is order cost. Once you order one time, how much is the cost required? So we'll say that order cost CO is exactly equal to rupees 16. Rupees 16 is order cost. Inventory carrying cost. So if I'm carrying one item, so how much cost? But that cost is given very uniquely. That is given 1 rupee inventory if I store, that will cost me 20 paise in 1 year. In 1 year, if a 1 rupees ka inventory if I store, it will take me 20 paise. But sir, can I say that carrying cost or holding cost has to be calculated based on a unit, because unit cost is 42 rupees. Unit cost is not 1 rupees. So can I say 42 multiplied by 20, that is exactly equal to rupees per year. Rupees per year, that is what exactly carrying cost per item per year, right? And then order quantity, economic order quantity. So I'll say that, sir, X economic order quantity, X or EOQ, economic order quantity, Q is exactly equal to, what is that? Root of 2 into D into CO divided by CC. 2 into D into CO divided by CC. This is exactly equal to my answer. 2 into D into CO divided by CC. Is it okay? Yes. 2 into D into CO divided by CC. You put the value there, calculate answer. Pratik and Anu, what happened? You should calculate answer and tell me. I think so. Answer is coming exactly to 82.80, 82.80, which means that I required 83 cans. I required what? 83 cans required. 83 cans required. Dekho, you sit for this particular session. So again, your fundamentals are getting refreshed. That is 2 into D into CO divided by CC. And these are the questions are going to come in examination. So you have to be on your toes to understand it, right? Break-even quantity, right? EOQ. That is, sorry, not break-even. It is economic order quantity. Right, fine. Next question. The weekly sales for a teen item is A unit. Weekly sale for a teen item is A unit. The ordering cost per order is B unit or B rupees. The carrying cost per unit per month is C rupees. The EOQ with a year of 22 weeks as the basis will nearly be. So how much will be answer? Is it the Bombay B? Kiran Kumar? Kiran Kumar is just firing. He has machine gun. Rest of the students also please calculate and tell me what is the answer. Yes, 8.66. Yes, very correct, very correct. Sir, it's very simple. Whatever data is given, you just convert the data into the formula and put it the value, because we know that economic order quantity anyway is exactly equal to what? Economic order quantity is exactly the root of 2 into D into CO divided by CC. And these values are given mostly in what different format, but doesn't matter. It does not matter, right? It is as simple as that, right? Fine. What is here? The weekly sale for a teen item is A unit. So if the weekly sale is A unit, that means how much is the demand? There are 52 weeks is there. So annual demand is 52 multiplied by A. Right, fine. The ordering cost per order is B rupees. So I'll say that sir, order cost CO is exactly equal to B rupees. Right, fine. And the carrying cost per unit per month is C rupees. C rupees is carrying cost per month. But I require year, and there will be 12 months in the year. So carrying cost is exactly equal to 12C rupees. Right, fine. You put all the value there, and you will get answer exactly equal to which one? A Bombay B is definitely answer is going to become. Bombay B is definitely answer is going to become. Is it okay? Is it fantastic, everyone? Right, fine. Next question. Now you tell me, when ordering cost is increased to 4 times, the EOQ will be increased to. When the ordering cost is increased to 4 times, if the order quantity increased 4 times, then the economic order quantity will be. So what is the economic order quantity at that particular point? Is it a 2 times, 4 times? It's very simple that we'll say economic order quantity EOQ, that is exactly equal to, let's say that economic order quantity Q1 is exactly 2 into D into CO divided by CC. Right, fine. This is a very famous question of examination, and this is very simple to calculate. That's why it is asked in many competitive examinations also. So what is happening here? Order cost is increased 4 times. 4 times it is increased. Pratik Nipan, very correct. 4 times it is increased. So can I say that sir, order cost CO new order cost is 4 times the original cost. So you put it there. So economic order quantity new, that is Q2, is exactly equal to root of 2 into D into CO, that is 4 into CO divided by CC. Divided by what? CC. So can I say that sir, this is what exactly root, right? Fine, root. And then answer 4 will take common. That root of 4 is exactly 2 multiplied by 2 into D into CO divided by CC is the original order quantity Q1. So I'll say that 2 times what? Q1. So what will happen to order quantity Q? It becomes what? 2 times. It becomes what? 2 times. It becomes what? 2 times. Is it okay? Yes, Pratik and Kiran. Absolutely correct. Yes. Chaudhary Bhaiya, you should be alert. Now you told me that. Very simple question again. The annual demand of the commodity in a supermarket is 80,000 rupees, right? Or 80,000 rupees, it is a quantity. The cost of placing the order is rupees 4,000, and the inventory cost of each time is rupees 40, right? What is the economic order quantity? Sir, again I'll say that simple story. Economic order quantity Q, that is economic order quantity, is exactly a root of 2 into D, that is demand is 80,000. Demand is what? 80,000 into CO, that is ordering cost, is exactly equal to what? 4,000 rupees, right? And inventory carrying cost is exactly rupees 40. So you have to do the root of this. You have to do what? A root of this. and my answer will come exactly equal to 4,000. These are units. These are what? Units. 4,000 units. Is it true, Kiran and Pratik? Yes, absolutely correct. So this will be my answer. This will be my answer. Right? Fine. Like we are just touching each and every point which are important for examination, and very simple question based on that particular exam point we are discussing. Right? Fine. Next question. The large size of inventory is a sign of. So what does indicate the large size of inventory? Is it indicating that the better planning or inefficiency or reliable control of the vendors or better scheduling? What it indicates? Sir, absolutely correct. So whenever I need to have a large size of inventory, we know that large size of inventory is representing my inefficiency, because I can't be able to manage my business in a so manner that, so that's why I'm so unsure. That's why I have to keep a large inventory. And we know that whenever the inventory is increasing, the cost of inventory is also increasing. There is a one more cost which comes into that plate, which is again increasing the cost of my manufacturing, total cost, and it will reduce my profit. So therefore it represents what? It represents my inefficiency. It represents my what? Inefficiency. No doubt into it. Right? Fine. Because some students getting confused. Inventory is not a good thing. It is by force I have to do it because of my incapability. So it represents what? Inefficiency. Very simple and scientific question. Economic order quantity is taken at the point where the cost of acquiring equals to cost of what? Economic order quantity is taken at what point? Because we know that the economic order quantity is based on total cost. It is total cost, but total cost is summation of what? The ordering cost and the carrying cost. And if I go and show you there the simple story, can I say that, sir, as the order quantity increases, the number of orders will reduce and the ordering cost will reduce? Right, fine. But if the order quantity increases, the carrying cost will increase, that holding cost will increase. And therefore, can I say wherever these two graphs are touching to each other, that point is called as break-even point. That point is called as break-even point. And therefore, can I say that at the break-even point, at the economic order quantity, can I say that my ordering cost, carrying cost and ordering cost both are equal. Carrying cost and ordering cost both are equal at that particular point. So therefore, I'll say that, sir, at EOQ, the point where the cost of carrying is equal to cost of ordering the material, and it is very, very correct, my boss. This is my answer. Very basic question, right? Fine. Next question. In an assembly line, when the workstation times are unequal, the overall production rate of an assembly line is determined by. So who will decide the overall production rate of the assembly line? Who will decide? Is it the fastest station time, or the slowest station time, or the average of all the station time, or average of slowest and the fastest station time? Who will decide this? Average of fastest and the slowest station time. Who will decide this particular case? That is what my answer is. So we know that whenever we talk about the assembly line, can I say that the production rate will be always decided by what? Slowest station time. Very correct, Kiran and Pradeep. Slowest station time will be decided. Slowest station time will decide this. So therefore, this will be my answer. Slowest station time. Slowest station time will be deciding this. Is it okay? Slowest station time will always decide this. Right, fine. Next question. A production line is said to be balanced. When the production line is said to be balanced? When it is said to be balanced? When the production line is said to be balanced? There is equal number of machines at each workstation. When we have each workstation has the same number of workstations, in that case we consider that the production line is balanced. Or there are equal number of operators at each workstation, or the waiting time for the service at each station is the same, or the operation time at each station is same. So when it is being basically I would say that decided, when it is deciding the production line is balanced. So we know that at each workstation, Pratik and Kiran, very correct, at each workstation operation time has to be same. When the operation time is the same, can I say that it is assumed that the entire production line is balanced. So therefore no component has to be wait somewhere, no machine has to wait to the that particular component, and no component has to wait to the machine, right? And therefore the production will be a smooth, and therefore I'll say that, sir, there will be no delay. So therefore production time, I'll say that production time at each workstation is same, and that has to be representing my balanced production line. Balanced production line. Is it okay? Yes. Next question. In simplex method,
Yesterday this question is taken? Yes. So in simplex method, the variables which have not been assigned the zero value during the iteration are called. What it is being called? We know that, sir, whichever the variables which are not assigned the value 0, whichever the variables which are not assigned the value 0 is called as what? Basic variables. They are called as what? A basic variables. Right? Fine. This is what exactly my answer is. Right? Fine. So basically, this is what exactly mostly a revision questions we have selected, right? In the short span of time. Whenever next time we are coming, we'll come up with some different questions. That is what I'll assure, with a different fundamentals, right? Fine, because most of the questions here are repetitive one, right? Fine, because of the time concern. But next time we'll be having the more scintillating questions, and we'll be having some sessions for production also, and we'll be having some sessions for industrial also. If you have any questions, you can ask me that. Otherwise, we'll wind up the session. This is a wonderful session, and thank you for joining and keep revising yourself. Yes, it's Pratik Nikam. Actually, I'm too busy in activities, and there are certain limitations on me also. So casting and welding is it there in my territory. I have to teach it, right? Fine. Let's see that how exactly it can be done. Casting and the welding. I know that this is pending somewhere. So we'll take the casting and welding, Pratik, for sure. For sure, casting and welding will take it. Right? Fine. Casting and welding will take it for sure. Right? Fine. So okay, so we'll wind up the session, right? Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Take care. Next session we'll meet, right? Okay, bye. There is one more session in the today night, that is 7 mistakes. You can join and just see that how to prepare for competitive examination. Right? Thank you all. Take care.